Are you looking for a podcast about finding that black kyber crystal?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh. Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you?
Surviving. How are you?
Surviving. Oh man, me too. I am just here.
Just here. Making it happen. Living life.
Yep. I guess I'm gonna give you a little inside scoop.
Scoop it in. Put it in my bowl.
I mean, you know, I think it's time for the people to know. When you guys see the next Friday roundup, things gonna look a little different. It's gonna be a little bit of a different backdrop.
Robert's getting a
for
facelift.
Old Robert here, okay?
He's getting new
Would
hair.
you say I'm getting a facelift?
Yeah.
No, I'm getting a tuck, okay?
Okay.
I am moving.
Moving?
I
You
am
didn't tell me this.
moving. Oh my god. So, man, this COVID world we live in, dude.
Yeah.
The things that it does. So yeah, I will be in some new digs, got some new backdrops. Everything will flow smooth. You
Yeah.
have the Yimtope guarantee. Don't that can worry.
Don't fucking miss a Monday.
You know. But I will be moving into the house with my dear sweet mama.
Oh, Mom.
Oh mom. Man, finding a job during COVID is not fun.
Yeah?
So yeah, the place that she was at before, they were like, this like new lady came in and just kind of had like a vendetta against anyone that was a certain age or older.
Oh, no.
And just like started like inventing reasons to fire them.
That fucking sucks. Did she get, like, a discrimination lawsuit? Because I feel like I would file a discrimination lawsuit.
One person did, and they
Good.
won.
Good.
But it was like 2 years or whatever. So it's like,
Jesus.
how much is that worth, you know?
Yeah.
But so I will be helping out my mama like the good boy I am.
Okay.
And keeping this train rolling. Everything will be functioning just as smooth. You're going to have a little bit of a different background. And frankly, if you ask me, there's probably going to be better sounding audio.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, dude. No people trampling above me.
Yeah, your upstairs neighbors are no fucking joke.
Yeah, no AC units right on the wall where I'm fucking recording. You
Yeah.
know? Like, dude, when like we do this in the summer, this past summer that we did this, I could hear it every time just come on and do its shit.
I think
Like-
that only frustrates us because we nitpick ourselves.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the sole reason I live on NVIDIA Broadcast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the niche case where NVIDIA Broadcast is like a necessity.
Yeah.
And although it cuts out toad screams and, you know, Sand Raider roars,
Yes.
I still stand by it 100%. I love NVIDIA Broadcast. If you are looking to do a podcast and you have any type of noisy area, that shit is a godsend.
Yeah.
No joke. Not sponsored, just passionate. But, so yeah, that's going to be happening soon. So it's been a whirlwind of shit, man. All kinds of shit.
Fun shit, bad shit, good shit.
I forgot what movers were like trying to get stuff.
What do you
And
mean?
dude, well, so like I always do movers.
Yeah.
I guess my problem with that was my people that I use went out of business.
Oh, no.
But nothing says they're out of business.
What?
So, like, I called them because it was like just like a guy and his family,
Okay.
almost. And so I called the number and I got like a whole like, you've reached a Verizon number that is no longer in service or has been disconnected, right?
Oh, no.
Well, that was that dude's legit personal cell phone.
Dang.
So that tells me what happened to him, you know?
Yeah.
And then when you look up the business online, the website doesn't work now, but they still have like a Google presence, you know,
Yeah.
where like it shows their hours and the phone number and shit.
Because it's hard to
Well,
scrub that out.
Yeah, that phone number is the one I called.
Okay, well, shit.
So to me, they don't exist anymore,
Fuck.
which fucking sucks because they're the ones that actually moved my parents to where they live now. They've moved me between like 3 apartments.
God, they've, like, know you in your life story.
Yeah, dude, I love them. They were the best, and they're
Moved this
just
TV
like
4 times.
gone. Oh no, no one has ever touched my TV. I've never let a mover touch my TV before,
I
ever.
mean, that's smart, honestly.
Like, no, it always comes with me.
Yeah, movers do good work, but, like, There's some things that I just want to move myself, you know? Some things I would rather, if somebody's going to break it, I want it to be me.
Yeah. So I will probably move my TV myself again.
Yeah.
Just stick it in the back seat and then have like somebody lay back there and hug it and caress it and then drive, you know?
Okay.
But so, yeah, like I'm trying to get all the stuff ready and then like nothing was going right. But I finally found this place. It seems like so crazy awesome. Like it sounds like a little too good to be true.
Okay.
They are like the #1 rated in Dallas.
Nice.
Like the reviews are insane. They have like almost a 5-star review.
That's hard to do as movers.
Yeah, they're called 3 Men Movers.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't even call another place was how good the lady made it sound when I talked to her.
Dang, all right.
I was like, all right, this is nice. I like this. This sounds cool. So we'll see how that goes. I can tell you guys about that next time because I am like, will I let them touch the TV? I don't know.
Again, not sponsored, just passionate.
Yeah, I'm like legit debating because no one has ever touched any of my TVs before.
Yeah.
Like, ever. But I've also never had like a 55-inch one that can't just fit under my arms.
Right.
And like, we moved this one last time and I was like, do I really want to move it this time? Because I mean, we just moved downstairs before, not like,
It wasn't far.
yeah, not like a car ride away. I could carry it to the next place.
Yeah.
You know? So now I don't know. And I'm freaking out about it. But so, you know, we got to get everything going. Got this happening, got that happening. And there's been like one big problem that we haven't solved yet.
What's that?
We still have a cat, man.
You still have him?
Yeah, the cat ain't coming. So we have to like dispose of him.
Not dispose of him. Don't fucking say that.
We have to get him somewhere, right?
Yeah.
The website that we have tried to get people to like buy him on that they bought the other 2 cats from,
Uh-huh.
literally 0 hits, even with
Why?
neutered and shots, dude.
What the fuck?
I mean, he's only 7 months old.
Is it because he's a black cat?
Probably. I'm thinking it's because he's a dude as well.
Yeah.
I don't think boy cats are coveted.
That's true. Like, everybody wants
Is
a girl
it?
cat because boy cats are like, everyone. So before I got a boy cat, my thought process on boy cat was like, they spray everything with their fucking machismo.
Okay.
And they fight other cats. And
Okay.
like, I mean, I'm not going to say Wicket doesn't spray stuff, but he is neutered. And
Yeah.
it doesn't like stink when he sprays because like when you neuter them, they just kind of like spray for the show of it.
He sprays stuff?
Yeah, he sprays stuff.
Does he really?
Yeah. But like also Boosh sprays stuff. I think it's just like my cats kind of, I don't know. They spray.
They are very territorial.
They are.
Okay.
And like yeah, he'll bap at the girls, but he's just as sprayful and aggressive as Boosh is. So I think
Okay.
it all comes down to the personality of the cat.
Because Taylor's thing was she always wanted boy cats because they are supposedly the most affectionate.
Yeah, that's what I have found in having a boy versus my girl cats. Like he always wants to hang out. Like he's like, let's be best friends.
Yeah. Because, like, Toast was like that.
Yeah.
And thank God Toast never sprayed. Man.
The
You know
first
what?
time I saw him do it, I was like, don't do that. But it literally doesn't have a smell or a look. Like, he just makes the motion.
I did catch him once, but that was, like, a whole separate issue. And then, like, once, like, that got fixed, he never did it again.
Okay.
So, like, he's never done that. And, I mean, like I said, Tenzin's 7 months, so I guess he hasn't grown into that yet, maybe? But
Maybe.
he's never thought of that. So, yeah, I guess because he's a boy and a black cat, people don't want him.
Double whammy.
I've reached out to, like, countless people to either take him or find someone to take him.
Yeah.
Every road a dead end, right?
So what's gonna happen?
So, like, we're in the final stretch. Like, it's the final week. Like, we're moving in a week. Like, when you hear this, when you're listening to this, I'll already be out of this place and in the new one, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we had a week. And, I mean, it was pretty much decided. Like, he's, like, gotta get surrendered.
To a shelter?
Yeah. There's nothing else we
Oh.
can do, right? So,
Are you sure?
yeah. I mean,
Man.
no one can take him.
Fucking sucks.
So what are we going to do, right? I mean, we're out of here in a week and he can't come, so what other option, right?
Yeah.
So I have news for you.
Please let it be good news.
That cat's going to be mine until he dies.
Okay, good. What? I'm going to
Literally-
cry. Are you keeping him?
Literally last second, previous guest on the show, Mary,
Yeah.
has confirmed she is able to take him.
I'm so happy. I'm literally going to cry.
He gets to hang out for a year, or however long it takes for us to get into our own place, right?
Yeah.
And then I get saddled with him till he dies.
Good. I'm really happy for you.
So he is mine, 100%.
Yay!
I knew you'd like it.
I was sick about this, Robert.
Dude, Taylor was sick about this. She couldn't sleep the other night.
Oh my
thinking
God.
about surrendering him.
Oh, I'm so happy.
But literally over the weekend, it was this might be able to happen, and all it took was me saying I'll buy an automatic scooper for you to have, and they were done.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's gonna go live with a lot of other dogs and a lot of other cats for a while.
Okay.
But I will go visit him all the time so he doesn't forget his papa.
Yay!
And then one day, when we have our place that's just for us, he gets to come along and exist forever.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Everybody has loved this fucking cat, dude.
He's a good boy. He deserves to live with you forever. You guys have such a bond and a connection. And, I know that this cat has been, a light for you. And
I like this fucking cat, okay?
Yeah.
Shit.
And,
right?
you don't like cats. The only cat you've ever
I don't.
enjoyed the company of was Toast. So to have this kitty cat in your life.
That is no joke. I straight up have told everybody and everything Toast the only cat I will love.
Yeah.
And I am getting pretty damn partial to fucking Tenzin, okay?
I'm really, really happy.
He's a good boy. It's the same shit with Toast, though. He chose me.
Yeah.
He was I'm gonna like you. And you're gonna like me back. I didn't want to like Toast. But, he just kept being what's up, buddy? To the point that it was I guess I'll try liking a cat. And then I fucking, loved that cat. You know?
I'm so happy. My soul is singing. I was going to throw up when you said surrender. I was please don't do that. I will take him.
What else could I have done?
Yeah, I don't know, man. You've been really, really trying to find a home for this cat. It's been an ordeal. I know it has.
It came down to the wire of we are out of here in 7 days.
Yeah.
So we're filming this on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow was the day I was going to go take him somewhere.
God.
I mean, it was 3 days before I was going to take him somewhere.
Fuck.
And I was you don't know what's happening, buddy. And he's yeah, I do. I'm staying with my dad. And I was are you though? And then I had to be yeah, you are.
He's the sweetest little panther. I fucking love that cat.
He is a legit panther, man. He freaks me out sometimes. And now that he's been neutered, gotten his stuff chopped off, right?
Uh-huh.
He sleeps in the bed with us now.
Yeah.
Because, he's never come in there. He, doesn't want to be around, right?
No, he's just a happy little cuddle bun.
Yeah, and, right after that, he decided to win over Taylor's affections, and so he slept on her chest all night the other night.
No, sweet guy.
So, he is, in the family. Today, I was working, and I look over at the couch, and Jinx is asleep on the ottoman stretched out.
Yeah.
Bulby's on one side of the couch, and Tenzin's on the other.
Just chilling together.
And they're all just asleep, hanging out. And
just
I was
sweet siblings.
I guess that works. And plus, dude, Tenzin and Bulbasaur are, tight.
Really?
Oh, my God. They are so tight. They wrestle and play with each other.
That's awesome.
Did you hear me? I said they wrestle. Bulbasaur pins him down on the ground and, steps on him.
My God.
He straight up just steps on him, and Tenzin, just lightly, slaps his face and just goes, meow. He doesn't get mad. He doesn't, whip out claws. He, one day, Bulbasaur was, dead asleep. He's just curled up on the floor, right?
Uh-huh.
And I see Tenzin from, across the room. He's in straight up, prey mode. He is like hunting. And he does a little butt wiggle. And he ran up and he slapped Bulbasaur on the butt.
Oh my god.
Woke him up, so Bulbasaur like lazily turns around and Tenzin's like, "You want to go, motherfucker?" And then they wrestled. So like he even starts that shit.
Good babies. Just brothers.
So yeah, they just have a fun time, and Jinx is like, "Thank God I get left alone now." This is the best. So yeah, he's not coming with me where I'm going, but in time he will be a frequent, just like Bulbasaur is, on Patreon reviews and Twitch streams and all that shit. He will be around. I'll have that dude. Because cats are like, what, 20-year animals?
Yeah.
Do you not understand? Like, does that number not bother you?
God, I think about it sometimes. Like, Wicket is, like, almost 2. And,
Yeah.
like, I think sometimes I'm going to be 50 when Wicket is an old
Dude,
man.
I was like, what if he goes 30? I was like, I'll be ready to fucking retire when this cat is gone. Cats legit eat your life away.
They live for a very long time, which is cool, you know? Like,
is it?
I mean,
that's a lot of time to have to put up with your shit, man.
a lot of time you get to
God.
put up with their shit.
So, he actually curled up in my lap while I was working today and fell asleep.
Good baby.
He goes through bouts of being really bad and then just, like, deciding to be, like, the best angel.
I'm a sweet baby now.
Yeah. So I don't trust him a lot, but I wanted to let you know the final update for Tenzin is he is my cat.
Good. Fucking
He just
good.
has to go to finishing school.
He's just going to be on loan for a little while.
Yeah, I'm going to send him off to military school, and then he gets to come
Cat
back.
military camp.
Yeah, and then he gets to come back a changed cat. So if you would like to crack this in honor of Tenzin officially joining the family.
Fuck yes. Tenzin.
Tenzin! Yeah, so Taylor was talking to him the other day, and she said something. She was just like, Tenzin. And I was like, Tenzin, from Uncut Jams.
Oh my god.
Do you know about that yet?
I don't think so.
TikTok. I watched a video of a guy, and he goes, I just wanted to give you another episode of The Internet is a Weird Place, and I never understand what you guys are doing.
Okay.
So apparently, the girl who's in Uncut Gems, that's like his girlfriend, not his wife,
Yeah.
she was on a podcast February 8th.
Okay.
Okay. And somebody said, we heard that you were a muse. And she said, oh yeah, I was the Safdie brothers' muse when they wrote Uncut Jams.
Oh my god.
And on February 9th, that clip hit TikTok. And by the 10th, it was a worldwide phenomenon.
Ancat Jams.
And by the 15th, it was dead already. And by the 17th, this guy was making the video going, I just now heard about it, and it's already dead.
That's the internet.
And I can't stop fucking saying it. because it came a debate if it was Uncut Jams with like U's or Ancat Jams with A's.
I think it's A's. Ancat Jams.
So now Tenzin's name is Tenzin.
Tenzin.
And I'm like, Tenzin, who's at Uncut Jams?
It's like Tarzan, but better.
Yeah. So lately he's been Tenzin. But I had to milk it a little bit. I wanted to make you think the worst.
You wanted to make me throw up on the podcast.
because I had the best news for you.
God. My heart stopped when you wrote final Tenzin update in our fucking Discord server
That
for
is
topics.
why I wrote that.
It's terrible. It was like you killed him.
I wrote that specifically so you might be like, is he gone?
The final
Like,
Tenzin
already?
update. Fuck.
I'm sorry, but I'm not that sorry.
I'm going to make you turn on your camera and show me that cat after we record this.
I will go get him because he has a brand new collar and a tag with our names on it. So
Oh, yay.
he's mine. He is mine. I promise. He's mine.
Okay. We'll talk about anything else.
You're like, I'm spent.
I'm
You
spent.
ruined it.
Can we talk about this wild ass game and the saga that is going on?
I do because I want to be mad for a little bit.
Okay. So I'm going to do a quick summarization for those of you who are not in the Patreon server, because we've been talking about this one on the Friday Roundup. It's called Martha is Dead. This is a game that is coming out on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. So it's like a multi-platformer. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's a narrative adventure, which is recommended for adult audiences only. And it has been like very straightforward and forthcoming, saying like, this is a game that is a little bit fucked up. And all throughout production and everything, the developers have been like communicating with the people that are going to be platforming this game for them, saying like, hey, this game's going to be rough. Like it's sensitive. There's going to be some weird content. And the game has been in development since 2019, so it's a long time coming. They've been working on it for like 4 years now. The developer is called LKA, which I have never really heard of, and I kind of want to look them up real quick to see if it stands for anything.
I feel like they might be kind of like this is like just like a new studio.
Yeah,
because I've never heard of them either.
Yeah, so they're from publisher Wired Productions. I don't know. LKA is like brand new. They don't have much out on the market right now, except for one game called The Town of Light, I guess. It's a psychological horror. So that sounds like it might be up our alley.
Yeah, that looks cool.
So anyway, they have historically dealt with like some tough themes in their previous games. And so they're a really indie game developer. And it's important that big platforms help indie developers that are like up and coming and telling new stories, because you know how the gaming world has been kind of conglomeratizing lately, like everyone is buying everyone. It feels like things are getting kind of small.
Yeah,
when a small developer like this is coming up, you want to see them succeed and produce good games and have a platform to do it on.
Well, also the only people that are really going to push the envelope are going to be the indie people.
Yeah, like small developers, they have stories they want to tell. They have things they want to say, whereas big developers, like, we have money we want to make.
Yeah, they have formulas that earn money.
Yes.
I mean, there's no doubt that those are good in a way, you know, but most of the time, like, the biggest ones, like, let's say Madden, most of the time they literally just put out the same game, but tweak what color uniforms you can wear, you know? And that's the only update. So no effort goes in, billions of dollars come out, you know?
Right.
There's a formula.
Yeah.
But, you know, with these indie people, dude, how many indie games have we played that we've just been like, holy fuck, that's amazing.
I know.
Baba Is You alone
is
mind-blowing to me.
I feel like every time we stream, we try to bring like an indie developer to what we're doing, you know? And just like give them a place to shine. So to get down to the meat of this... unintentional. But so PlayStation released a statement and they say, it is with regret that we have had to modify the experience on the PlayStation 5 and 4 versions, with some elements no longer playable in the new game Martha is Dead. After over 4 years of passion and hard work, developer LKA now requires extra time to make these unplanned changes. Martha is Dead, as a result, will still launch digitally on both PS5 and 4 on Thursday, February 24th, so that's last week. But the physical retail release will be delayed to a yet undisclosed date.
Yeah.
We anticipate this to be a small number of weeks. But still, like, so they, after 4 years of constant communication with this game, like, just right before, days before they were going to publish, PlayStation's like, actually, we don't want you to do that anymore. We think you should change it. And this developer has to go back and like fix all their physical copies.
Which means it's printed on the disc.
Yeah.
And you can't just, as a digital, go, all right, we'll use this file instead.
Yeah, now, you can't just like get your magic eraser and be like, okay, well, you took out that scene and here you go.
Yeah, you gotta fucking, undo all that shit.
Yeah. So, it's worth noting that only PlayStation is doing this. Both PC and Xbox versions of Martha is Dead are going to be unaffected by the developments. They have launched fully as planned. And I think PlayStation is taking quite a deserved amount of heat for this. So there was a lot of blowing up on Twitter. I just want to read a couple of tweets. There is one from Sir Parzival24. This talks about like the content of the game that they're cutting. So
yeah.
Sir Parzival 24 says, there's a scene where you cut your dead baby sister's face off and wear it. It's literally a mini game of sawing her face off and then wearing it.
So, have you seen that yet?
I have not. I mean, I kind of want to look it up just to know, but at the same time.
I have it right here.
Oh, you do?
I like went ahead and pulled it up. It's like 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to watch it.
It's not a lot. It made me squeamish, Kelsey.
Oh, no.
It's wild.
Okay.
I like want to play it real bad.
Drop me the link. I want to see it.
So
I already hate it. Wow, it looks gross.
Yeah, dude.
We haven't even hit play yet.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, that's already so violent.
Like,
God.
for me, it's how deep that thing is and just how effortless it looks.
Ugh. Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
feel kind of sick. That's...
Yeah. This is what's in the game. So I'm done. I'm not gonna make you watch the rest.
Thank you.
But it, like, you do grab the face, and the thing that I watched, it kind of cut out right then. But, like, you legit, like, leather face it and, like, strump it off.
I don't like that she looks like an actual corpse.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, dude.
Yuck.
I mean, it's intense. I told you, it made me uncomfortable.
Whew. Yeah, so it's the tag on the game is mature, 17 plus, and then it has the tags intense violence, blood and gore, sexual themes, partial nudity, strong language. It warns you against all of these. And there is a warning, there's repeated warnings in game as you run up to the scene that's like you're about to play a fucked up scene. Like if you don't want to play this, you shouldn't. Just don't.
Yeah.
So it's not like it goes untagged in the game. There's not like no trigger warnings. Another tweet from Nico Mueller on Twitter. The horror game Martha is Dead will be censored, but only on PlayStation. You're hurting a little developer studio, Sony. But when Neil Druckmann wants to get his Dear Abby naked on screen being fuck doggy style, you'll move every goalpost. You are hypocrites, Sony.
Yeah, I mean, it seems almost like the opposite of what American censorship has been.
Yeah.
Like, American censorship, if you are not from America, we always censor sexual things.
Yeah, you can't have children watching that. What if it's gay?
But the bloodier and gorier that it is, that's fine, right? Mm-hmm. And now we're going to cut, well, now Sony's going to cut this gore, but then, because, like, when it happens in the game, that is, like, a real human moment that happens. It's not like anything unconsensual, right?
Sure.
But, like, I even remember, like, when it happened and we were playing it, I was like, can they do that? like, can that scene play out the way that it just did?
Yeah.
I was like, I for real was like, whoa, I can't believe that's in this game.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I think this guy is right when he says, you are hypocrites, Sony. Like, it...
Well, that's an indie developer versus our biggest moneymaker.
Right, like, whatever Neil Druckmann wants to do, go ahead, let him do it. He's made money for us before, he's going to keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Let's release this game and just... I don't know. There's a lot of violence in video games. And I mean, yeah, this sounds like a particularly violent scene.
Yeah.
But it's one of
like,
those weird
dude,
lines to walk where, like, where do we stop the censorship?
What about when, in The Last of Us Part 2, you know, we were shooting dogs, and that was a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucked up, right?
Like, why? Because it's in the name of self-defense?
Yeah.
So we can say, well, that's different.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what the point of cutting off your sister's face is and wearing it in that game, because it could be to hide your identity. That's a form of self-defense.
Sure.
You know? We don't know the, like, context of that moment. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be hard to find justifiable context to cut off a dead baby's face, but...
Well, it's not a baby's face. It's like a grown person.
Oh, okay.
It's just your baby sister.
Okay.
Like it's... They should have said it's your little sister. Or your...
I mean...
Well, no matter how you use that phrase, you picture, like, a young
child.
woman.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is, like, a 17, 18, 20-year-old girl. Like, it's not, like a teenager or younger, you know?
Yeah. I feel like there's... It extends even to television. There's a lot of scenes that... I don't even know where to take this conversation because, like, the topic of censorship is so... tough to navigate. It's weird to decide as a society, like, we don't want this specifically, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Sony, in this case, I can't say if they're wrong or right in wanting to censor it. I think that if it's a story that the video game developers want to tell, and that is the way they have chosen to tell it, if it's effective, sure.
Here's the thing. In a game, as you said, there are multiple, like, maybe you don't want to see this. Maybe you should be able to skip ahead. There's probably an option to skip it. Do we remember Modern Warfare 2?
What happened in that game?
9/11 had, like, just happened.
Oh, God.
And at the opening of Modern Warfare 2, there's, like, an army guy that infiltrates kind of like a Taliban group, and they go into an airport and kill everybody.
Jesus.
And that's the opening scene. But before you play the level, it does say, do you want to skip the level?
Okay.
And then you can literally skip it and you never even see it.
See, I think that we should implement a system like that going forward for video games. Like, I know that some games have done it here and there, but I think it's a really good idea to say, like, these specific themes happen in these scenes. Like, do you want to see a scene of sexual violence?
Well,
no? Okay, let's skip it.
Because it's like what you just said about TV and movies. Like, those are made the way they are. You don't really, when it plays, you don't get to stop in a movie theater halfway through and then go, everybody cool with watching this scene?
Right. Like, you don't get to opt out once you've entered that contract in the movie theater.
It's such a different thing with games because a game is exclusively your experience and your choice. That's the point of playing a game, is that you're living it.
Yeah, maybe that's like the difference, is that you have to you have to press X to saw your sister's face off or whatever. Like, you're not just passively watching it happen.
Let it be in it, but just let them offer an out.
Sure.
You know? But I did want to tell you, because when I first heard about this, I mean, I don't want to be that... This makes me really sad, because everybody knows I like my PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
This is not even close to the first thing that they have censored.
Really?
I have a list here of what looks to be about 30, 40 games.
Shit. Okay.
So I mean, I'm just gonna try to read games that, like, I know the names of, right? Because a lot of these are more like kind of anime sounding games, so they're probably censoring like big boobs and shit, you know?
Okay.
Catherine Full Body is apparently censored.
Okay.
And that was on PlayStation 3 back in the day. I'm guessing uncensored.
Huh.
So I think it's amazing that it is now, because Full Body was a PS4 remaster. So this doesn't say Catherine, this says Full Body.
Huh.
Devil May Cry 5
Really?
was censored. Now,
that's a big developer. That's like a AAA game.
Now, it says only in Australia and in the European regions, but still, though.
Yeah.
I'm saving this one for last.
Okay.
Apparently, Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Like, they're big things on here.
Yeah.
Like, this SNK 40th Anniversary Collection, they censored the box art, even.
Okay, wow.
This Terminator game that came out, like, 2 years ago, they censored some sex scenes.
All right.
But I didn't know this one. I actually just saw this, so I looked up the news story while you were talking about something else.
Yeah.
Doki Doki Literature Club Plus.
What?
That one that I just bought, right?
You bought it, like, you bought the censored version?
Well, it's on the PS5, so I guess so, yeah.
What? What did they censor?
Exactly. So I tried to find out for you. You ready?
Yeah.
What they censored was just some of the writing. Apparently, like when... I can't remember her name now, and she was my queen.
Yuri?
Yuri? I thought it was Yuri.
The dark one? The purple hair.
Yeah, when she stabs herself, that's fine. That got kept.
Okay.
But apparently, after update 1.2, they removed some dialogue that had any discussion of faking suicidal thoughts or having depression on social media.
Why?
So
that's so specific.
Yeah, it says, so instead it notes so I guess some of the text was changed to, like, having aching hearts and seeking attention on social media, but I guess maybe the original dialogue was, like, faking your death on social media or something. But, like, they changed that little bit of dialogue.
Weird.
So I would imagine mine is censored, but that's a game that I was so excited to have
Yeah.
on the PS5. Remember?
That game is like
And I
specifically
didn't even
about
know.
delivering fucked up situations and having you really think about it.
But like, that's all they did though. It was that text. So it just says the change is to an event at the end of Act 2. Oh, okay, so now it says they also had some visual changes on the PS version. So it
Okay.
says here, the changes to an event at the end of Act 2, the event mentioned in the spoiler section above. The scene still plays out, but the blood is jet black, like
What?
ink, rather than red.
I think that's such a silly censorship.
So when Yuri stabs herself, right,
Yeah.
her blood is ink rather than red blood.
I think that's such a goofy way to censor things. Like they have that in a lot of video games too. You can turn on like cartoon blood where it's like pink or green
Yeah.
instead of red. Like why is it the red that triggers you?
But this does say the change was made by Dan Salvato himself. And
Really?
I felt confident in them because I don't consider the psychological effect of the scene to be diminished in any way. I wouldn't
Okay.
have accepted that kind of compromise. So he chose that, I guess, based on them having a problem with that moment.
Weird.
And that was his solution. But, like, yeah, that makes me think of Mortal Kombat back in the days. On Super Nintendo, their blood was called sweat. So it was more blue than red.
Okay.
Because you were punching the sweat off of them and
Yeah,
stuff.
you punched all the spine right out of him and all it was so sweaty.
So, honestly, this bothers me because I don't know if I've really discussed that before, but like, I don't want to make that sound so bad, but like, I kind of have a problem with censorship.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, I think the creator should be able to have their vision be in it. But that doesn't mean everybody should be forced to look at it.
Yeah. I think that's a good way of putting it. Like, I hate... for some reason, whenever I say shit like this, I feel like such a dude bro. Like, yeah, you shouldn't censor art, man. Like, it feels very
Yeah.
uneducated
Well, like-
to say that kind
Well,
of
like,
stuff.
they make unrated cuts of movies, right?
Yeah,
Where
like...
they can add, like, the rest of what they want in there. But that doesn't mean the theatrical version or an at-home cut shouldn't exist, that if you want to watch it and have it not be so bad, you can still watch that version.
Yeah, like, I think...
I don't see a problem with it.
And it's different for me in TV and movies where, like, actors are involved, you know? If there's a scene where an actor or actress is uncomfortable filming it for whatever reason, like, maybe you shouldn't be filming it. Or maybe you should get a different actress for the role. Or maybe you should rewrite
Yeah.
the situation to make it a little bit more palatable, you know? But
Yeah.
in a video game, a completely invented visual medium wherein you're not endangering any real person or animal, I think that as long as it's not, like, needless and gratuitous, you should be able to some degree have kind of, you know, carte blanche for what you want to portray.
Yeah. Now, I don't think that statement says, do you have a more concrete, what is it that is cut? Like, they just, like, blank out the scene? Is it just not playable? Like, that's what I want to know, because
Yeah.
when the South Park games came out,
Uh-huh.
I've seen these censored moments. They're like, there's a scene where you get, in the first game, you get abducted by aliens,
Yeah.
and so they're doing anal probing.
Right.
Duh. Well, they're using, like, a giant black dildo.
Oh my god.
And in almost every other country, it'll just show their country's flag with
What?
the audio still playing,
What?
but just say, like, you can't see this.
Jesus, okay.
That's the level of censorship that I don't like. Because you're,
So-
like, just saying, like, oh, it's here, but you just don't get it, right?
Yeah, just look at the flag and think about patriotism
Think
while
about
you hear
your
this
shame.
audio. What the fuck?
But it's like, so, like, for this, like, is it just omitted? Because if it's just omitted, you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you might get some continuity problems too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
So,
just like cut from one thing. I guess if you do it in a way like you're the main character, you're the protagonist, and you look at your dead sister's face, and then you cut to the next scene where you're wearing it. I guess that's
Yeah, you, like, fade to black, fade back in, you know?
that's the thing you could do.
Yeah. Or, you know, you fade to black and kind of hear, like, and then it's on, you
Good
know?
Foley work.
Yeah. But, like, what's the level of censorship that we're talking about, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it removed? Like, that's what bothers me about the South Park one, because they just, like, pasted an image over it. And it's so abrupt. Like, as it starts to happen, it's not like a fade. It just, like, has another screen up.
Yeah, that's so awkward.
But actually, I'm pretty sure Trey Parker and Matt Stone, like, chose it to be that way, to be like, look at how ridiculous censorship is.
Probably.
Like, I think they kind of were told, censor it, but that was the choice they made for how to do it.
Okay.
So, you know, there's, like, things like that to consider. Like, how are you doing this?
Yeah.
Because also, I think I told you this, when Jazz was here one time, my friend from the UK.
Yeah.
I found out that she loves scary movies, like I
Okay.
do. And we were talking about the Hostel movies, and she said that she loves those movies, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, it's funny, because I just watched them, but I learned there's a scene that's censored from the UK one that's only an hour version.
Yeah.
And she was like, get me a copy of that movie.
I want these forbidden scenes.
It's just one scene. And, like, when you really think about that scene, it was not a lot. But it's, like, just enough, you know?
That's the thing with censorship, is that you have to draw a line somewhere, and it has to be a concrete line, right? And it has to be the same for everybody. It can't be different for people that make you money. Like, you have to... It's equality is what it is. You need equality. Yeah. And I don't know where to find that. There's no... Like, you can't say...
Like, I'm pretty sure somebody had said it's just because it's interactive.
I guess... I don't know.
And maybe because it's so close up. Because, like, I keep thinking about The Last of Us, which caught so much shit for how brutal of a game it was.
Yeah.
And, I mean, dude, like, when you shoot a person in the face, like, if you shoot them from the side of their head, it literally, like, blows their cheeks out and shit.
Jesus.
Like, it is so granular how detailed the gore is when you kill people in that game.
And why are we allowing that?
But it's like... It's far away, and I pulled a trigger from far away. I wasn't literally with a shard of glass cutting it into your flesh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. That's a very different extreme in the gore, but also, I don't know. When I think of The Last of Us Part 2, and how you can shoot someone in the neck and listen to them gurgle for 30 seconds as they die,
yeah,
that's a little bit worse to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little too lived in, that moment. You know?
Like a voice actor had to go in there and pretend to be a dying man.
Like, to me, I think that's almost as traumatic for a child or anything else. This, like, fact of torture that happens after.
Yeah. This is a topic that I love to discuss because there's no concrete answers for it. But at the same time, I always feel gross when I discuss it because I feel like if I lean too hard one way, I'm a person who doesn't care about the more tender aspects of society. And if I lean too far the other way, then I'm like a fragile snowflake that can't navigate life without a trigger warning.
I am like 99% hardcore on this. Like, I think it should all be there, but we know that that's the shit I like. I want to see the hardcore shit.
Yeah, you want to be uncomfortable.
But I choose that. I think it should be there, but it should not be forced upon a person.
Yeah, it should definitely be an optional, like, do you want to do this or not?
Like, I definitely shouldn't be like a 5-year-old kid combing through Amazon and I find a Siberian film to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there should probably be some blocks for that.
Yeah.
There should be a way to access it for someone who is choosing and able, not able, but I guess choosing and...
consenting.
Yeah. Like a kid that doesn't know the difference. They're like, I heard it was bad. But they don't know what that means, you know?
Yeah, because at the core of this discussion, it's consent. Like whether you opt in to play that part of the game, watch that part of the movie, it's something that you want to be fully informed about before you go into it.
Exactly. And so I think there are things at the beginning saying like, they're shit, man. Are you sure? We'll warn you again later. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
I think that's more than enough.
Yeah.
I think it should just be one thing at the beginning that says, you're going to get fucked up if you play this. And you go, okay.
Yep.
Then you knew already. So actually that's not a word I tend to use, but I feel like maybe kinda. Like, I'm a little offended by that.
Oh, okay.
That you would... What a weird thing to, like, flex about. Just why? Like, I just don't get it. And I don't want it. I don't want you to censor it.
Yeah.
And nobody else has a problem with it. Why is it you? You know?
Right.
And then, as we've discussed, you have other things that, like, you'll turn an eye to. But this one, from this tiny group of people that probably won't make money from this game.
Right.
You're going to make it harder for them to make money from this game.
Yeah. So
I don't understand that.
In summary, shame on you, Sony.
I'm mad about that. You should feel bad.
Feel bad.
Feel bad. Feel shame.
Look at your flag and think about what you did.
Yeah. Let's take a break.
Whenever I'm watching a movie or TV show, I have a really hard time putting myself in like suspended belief that these events are really happening, you know? In general, I find myself constantly being like, I wonder how they filmed this scene, or like, where is the cameraman in this? Or like, what does the set look like?
You got to push those aside.
I can't.
For the second viewing, okay?
I can't. It's
You have to.
impossible. Like, I'm constantly
You have
thinking
to.
about that kind of stuff. Like, how many takes did this go? Like, what kind of bloopers did that actor have in this scene?
I never think that stuff.
Is that a prop? Is it real? Are they actually eating that food? I constantly have this going on. That's why I can't enjoy movies.
I gotcha. Because, like, even when we just filmed our trains thing,
Yeah.
right? You brought up, like, cinematography
Uh-huh.
when we were talking about Train to Busan. And, like, I remember, because, like I told you, there was one scene where I was like, that's a cool shot, but that's where it ended. And then I was like, back in the world.
I can't
you
put
know?
that away. I'm constantly thinking about, like, what the actors are doing. Like, I'm picturing zombies at the craft services table, you know? I can't not think about the aspects of filming.
But do you do that with TV, though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's why you should just watch animated stuff, because
And
they
then I'm
only
thinking about
exist
the voice
there.
actors and the Foley work. And, like,
No.
Yeah.
No, you just focus there.
no, I can't. I literally
man.
cannot. It's the
That's
way my...
why you can't watch stuff more than once, because then you
Maybe.
think of more questions.
Yeah. It's just how my brain works.
Alright guys, if you enjoyed that little bit of the pre-ramble, you can get that full bonus episode by going over to patreon.com/YMBTOAP, signing up to be a patron. We would love to see you guys there. We love all of our patrons. You guys make the world go round for us. And if you want to be the ultimate supporter, you can head on over to the Yimtope Apparel store, grab you some Yimtope gear, all kinds of stuff in there. It's getting colder out here for us. It's really time to get that hoodie. Like, you know, you've been thinking about it.
It's supposed to snow tomorrow, and I'm not about it.
Yeah. Like, it's time. You know you need it. Just go ahead and grab it. Come on. So that link is in our show notes. But for real, all of you supporters, you are the backbone. I don't know how to make you guys feel the love more, but I love you. We love you. You guys make this for us. We love being here for you guys, and love that you guys show up for us. And with that lovely bit of love, let's get on back to that regularly scheduled content.
Hey, speaking of Patreon,
Uh-huh.
can we talk about what it's like to be a content creator?
Sure. What do you got in mind?
This is just something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but I don't know how to navigate the topic because I don't want to make it sound like we're tooting our own horn or we're complaining about what we do, you know? But like...
I mean, I like to complain about what we do sometimes.
sometimes. Like when the fucking website eats your audio for no goddamn reason. But, yeah, I just think that it's a big topic in this day and age. We have touched on so many times talking about how content creators out there, like, sometimes it's a side hustle, sometimes it's a full-time job, and there's so much burnout associated with it, especially in the pandemic days.
Yeah.
Because not only are people like super, super burnt out right now, but a lot of people have had to kind of rely on their creative income
Yeah.
in order to make ends meet during these trying times.
Yeah.
And I think it's all kind of perfectly summed up in Bo Burnham's Inside, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he puts a lot of shit so eloquently, like, just being a person who's trying to make something. Like, we're not Bo Burnham level, of course, you and I.
No.
But, hey, maybe one day we would like to be.
So, since you brought him up, have you just been thinking about it, or have you watched that again?
I haven't watched it again. I just think about him
Okay.
a lot.
Do you really?
I do. Like, I saw a video of, shit, I forget who it was. I think it was Phoebe Bridgers covering his, that really like sad slow song he sings in the middle of his special, that funny feeling.
Okay.
And like she's singing his song on stage and like the whole crowd is singing along and the camera fucking pans over and Bo Burnham is in the crowd.
Okay.
And he's just like surrounded by all these people singing his song but not being the one to perform it, and you could like kind of feel that relief on him.
Yeah.
Because his whole thing is about, he has not had a good time performing as of late, and
Yeah.
like he was having panic attacks on stage and eventually had to kind of take a step back from the spotlight. It just makes me think about Jenna Marbles too. Like her, I think about fucking every day. And I don't know why.
Dude, I've been thinking about her a lot more lately.
Yeah.
Because TikTok has just been... There's this really big outpour for her right now.
Yeah.
And not people, like, begging for her to come back.
No.
It's just like, do you understand how much all that meant? And, like, we love you.
I know. Like, it's just, people understand that Jenna Marbles had to walk away from creating content, and they're fine with it.
Yeah, like, it just... What she did meant a lot for everybody.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you don't really think about that, or maybe people do now with cancel culture.
Yeah.
But, like, there's the burnout not only in having to create, but then there's also just all the emotional turmoil you have to put up with once it's out there.
Yeah, that too.
You know? And, I mean, I will say, thankfully, we have a lot of people that are very nice and love what we do.
Yeah.
So far, that's been very nice.
And we don't have the pressure of being a podcast that has, like, millions of listeners.
Yeah.
That would stress me the fuck out, to be honest. Like, I listen to a couple of, like, really big podcasts, and occasionally they'll just talk about, like, oh, the fans actually hated that last show. We shouldn't do that bit anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever woke up and found out that somebody, like...
full on hated something we did.
Yeah, or if I, like, went on to Reddit and saw a post, like, oh, the last game show fucking sucked. Did you hear Kelsey's stupid-ass voice? I would have an emotional breakdown.
Dude, did you see Robert? That dude needs to learn to comb his hair. I would be like, I can't. Sorry. But yeah, like, content shit is... I actually think about it all the time because I've told you how much I... Alright, you know how you just said in the pre-ramble how, like, you can't get over, like, thinking about the background of stuff sometimes?
Yes.
Like when you watch a TV show or something?
Yeah.
Every time I watch Good Mythical Morning...
Oh my god.
or I see any of their, like, little Instagram reels or anything, right?
Yeah.
That's all I think about, because no, we're not even remotely a whisper. We're not a LaCroix version of Good Mythical Morning, okay?
I mean...
But, like, I would like to think that at one point we could be.
Yeah. Like,
you know?
It's nice to have a dream that, like, one day we can make a living being podcasters.
And I'm just like, what all do they even have to do?
So
you know?
fucking
And I
much.
I think about it sometimes, and I'm like, no wonder that's all you can do.
Yeah, but people like that, like, they have it as their full-time job, and they also employ other people. Like, they employ editors, they employ merchandising folks, they have people that, like, film their videos for them, and people...
I literally think about an editor all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how weird does that sound, though? Like, there's somebody that doesn't say anything in the show, has nothing to it, but literally just takes what we say and goes, that sounds nice together, and just cobbles that up,
right.
You know? Doesn't that feel weird to you?
Yes. And it would...
I don't think I could ever give up that kind of control.
I know. It feels like you and I both have that problem where, like, this is our baby and we're going to fucking do it. We're going to do every part of it. We're going to do the audio research. We're going to do the video research. We're going to find the games for Twitch. We're going to figure out how all these little elements to Twitch work and stream in a way that nobody else out there is streaming like.
Yeah.
There's so fucking much that goes into making anything. And like, we joke often about people that, like, you know, sell their feet, sell pictures of their feet, not their entire feet.
Yeah.
Sell pictures of their feet on OnlyFans or whatever, and how easy of a job that would be. But it's not an easy job. There's, like, a whole production behind all that. You can't just, like, take a picture of your feet with a grainy ass camera, upload it on jpeg.com and be done. Like,
so actually in our last show, I had discussed Amaranth's, like,
Yes.
monthly income.
Yeah.
Do you know what was the only thing I thought of?
How many people she must employ?
No, like, how do you keep up with the money? Like, how do you keep up with, I've paid all the right taxes, like, I've got it in a safe look. Like, that seems like so much work, and just making sure your income is correct.
Yeah, like once you get to be that level of content creator, I think that's all you can afford to think about, you know?
Because, like, my first thought was, like, she has to have an accountant.
Yeah, fully.
Like, there's no way you don't when you're pulling in that kind of money. Because I'm sorry, if I'm working on my abs for my hot tub stream, I'm not crunching numbers in the books at the same time.
Yeah, and you don't have
It's
time
just
to
not
think about
happening.
making dinner. You have to have your personal chef for that, and that's fine. Like, it strikes me how many people are employed by like the content creation industry, because the internet is like this whole animal now that it wasn't when it first started, you know?
Yeah.
Now we have people that create their entire livelihood and jobs just online. And that set of people employ like full sects of the population.
Yeah.
There's people that work for people to take pictures of their feet, or, you know, to help them get on
Yeah.
Twitch, or to research audio equipment for them, or upload their podcast so it doesn't fuck up, or it just,
Like,
there's so many different.
I'm pretty sure somebody that you showed me, Sweet Anita,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure she has employed her own, like, partner to, like, edit her videos and stuff. And just, like, she'll go stream on Twitch, and then he cuts it all down for YouTube or something.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's great, but, like, that's still, like, employment, you know?
Yeah.
And you're passing it off to somebody else. And it's weird that that's such a thing.
It's fascinating to me how it's like a complete industry now, and I don't think people are still taking it seriously.
Yeah.
I think that there's so much like depths to be plumbed about it, and a lot of society is just like, oh, you stream on Twitch? Like, that must be fun.
Oh, that's so easy. Dude, can I tell you how many times we've been going to record, we'll record something, and it's like, hey, you want to, like, talk some plans for, like, 20 minutes? And it turns into, like, 4 hours?
I know. Like, I was thinking the other day, I was like, I used to play a lot more Overwatch. I wonder why I don't play so much anymore, but I don't feel like I have time. It's because we've been doing this fucking podcast for 3 years, and it takes like 20 hours a week.
It takes time.
It's an effort, and I'm not saying this at all to be like, yeah, you guys don't fucking appreciate us, because you guys appreciate us more than we deserve, I feel sometimes, but like,
I think then we appreciate ourselves.
yeah. It's a full-on hobby that we put a lot of time and money into, and it's a big thing. It's a big part of our lives.
I mean, I just said how I'm moving, right?
Yeah.
So, actually, I just had, like, a panic attack about it today.
Oh no.
Because where I will be set up now, I can't just, like, run an Ethernet cable to where I'm going to be.
Oh fuck.
And I was like, oh yeah, I broke the Wi-Fi card in my desktop. So it doesn't even have Wi-Fi at the moment. So I was like,
no.
I got to get a Wi-Fi card immediately.
Oh my god.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got it. It's fine.
Okay.
But, like, I'm simply doing one other thing, but it, like, revolves back around. Wait a minute. How does that tie into the podcast? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like little things that we do in everyday life, you have to kind of shift it around. It's just weird how big a part of our lives this has become, and we are not full-time content creators.
Yeah, like, not even close.
Like, I can't even imagine the level of dedication and time it would take if this was our complete full-time job. Like that, I mean, we've always talked about it as our dream. You know, we want to be full-time podcasters, so we want to go on tours and have lots of different merchandise and, you know, have a flourishing Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the few patrons we do have that, for some reason, give us money to hear us talk and watch us do stupid stuff.
Yeah, for some reason think we're good. I'd like to get, like, just a hair bigger.
Yeah.
Just like a little bit, because
Just a
I
little
don't
bit.
even know. I don't even know where my threshold is for how much visibility we have is, you know?
Yeah, I often wonder that too. Like, what would happen if we got 10 more viewers on a stream, 100 more viewers on a stream?
Yeah, because you just said you would freak out if you knew we had, like, Joe Rogan numbers coming
Yeah.
behind us, you know? Like,
Yeah.
literally half the country is going to listen, and then you automatically know, well, half these people are going to hate it and half are going to like it, you know?
If I knew that somebody was listening to this and was like, fucking gross, I hate it when she talks, I would melt inside and outside.
Dude. So the guy that I watch the video game news on every day, right?
Yeah.
I hope he never listens to us, because I'm going to bring up one tiny comment that he may have overlooked, but it's one of the first ones I ever read.
Okay.
And I thought about it for the longest time. Somebody had written, like, the level of trolls that exist on the internet. Like, what a thing to write. Somebody said, it looks like his mustache on the top of his lip is giving a high five to the other half every time he speaks.
Oh my god, if somebody ever said something like that about something on my face, I would shave my whole face off. I would go full on Martha is dead.
And I was like, what does that even mean? Oh, it is. And like, I noticed it for like a year, you know, and I'm not him. So imagine what it's like for him.
Yeah.
Or for anybody that you go to them and say that kind of stuff to, you know?
I think when you get to that level, though, you can't read the comments anymore. Like, there's a certain threshold where you hit where it's like, I will no longer do this to myself out of respect for my soul. I cannot read the comments.
I feel like you got to spin it like those Jimmy Kimmel celebrities read mean tweets thing.
Oh my god.
Where you just like read them, but I mean, you just got to laugh about it, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like that comes with like a level of success where you're like, even if you were right, I'm still successful, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Like, if I was making millions of dollars on this, I'd be like, I don't care if you think my voice sucks.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it. A lot of people listen.
Exactly. I do think about content stuff a lot. So, actually, I've been teasing a YouTube that I've been watching, right?
Uh-huh.
And I wanted her to come on the show, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. We've been trying to get a guest.
So I'm just ready to talk about it, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a guest. I've been watching a game developer that's playing games on YouTube.
Yes.
Which I thought was, like, such an interesting take, because when she plays them, she, like, goes, I wonder how they made this texture. Like, how does this fit? Like, ooh, here's the seam of the game world, you know?
Yeah.
And discusses it in, like, someone that's in the know talking about it, you know?
Yeah, and that shit is fascinating.
I think it's so cool. But I actually started one today, and she was like, well, so she's in the UK, and she said, you know, our upload speeds here aren't that great, so it's actually kind of screwing up my schedule for uploading things. And that's just like another content creator issue, because like when you are a content creator, you're doing it literally just with what you got most times.
Yeah, like with your internet in your apartment, we had just some streams where it's like, yeah, some shit's just gonna be bad.
Oh my god,
time.
how many did we do where chat would get 20 minutes behind?
Yeah,
you know,
or like we would lose the video entirely halfway through and have to upload in 2 parts. Like,
yeah,
you just have to kind of operate on the fly with shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, we all can't be ninja and spend $10,000 a month on a private internet line.
Yeah.
You know?
I saw a commercial today for internet speeds up to 5 gigs.
Why?
What would you do with 5?
I barely use the one that I have.
I know. I was like, why 5? What? I mean, you could stream crispy stuff, though. Like, no worries.
But, like, okay. But see, even at that stage, now you're getting into you can stream more than Twitch can even do.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why I told you that one time there's like the perfected pixel ratio to use, which isn't even full 1080p.
Yes.
Because Twitch, their compression already screws up 1080p signal. So when you stream at this lower one, I think it's 948p.
Yeah.
That's literally the maximum that they can output.
And this is just stuff that you and I have learned in our research because it's just another part of the job. Yeah,
because I mean, of course, being the, the fucking snob that I am, I was like, can we push out 4K? Oh, yeah, that's not even a dream.
No.
Like, I had to, have that dream squashed horribly. But, like...
crushed.
Yeah, like, that's just stuff you learn on the fly.
Yeah.
And, like, I've watched a couple people, like Tim the Tat Man, or some other people, and, like, they have problems live on stream all the time.
Yeah.
Like, content creation is not a professional medium.
No.
In any stretch.
And half the time, whenever you have a problem, like, you just have to fucking Google it and hope that somebody else had the same problem.
Yeah, you just gotta patch it.
Just
Like,
figure it
that
out
works.
live.
There you go. Yeah, I was watching Tim the Tatman one time. He is like a legit big Twitch streamer, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, I guess today's going to be a slow internet day," and he had to like downgrade what his like stream was going to put out at just to keep up with it.
Jeez.
But he's like a legit big person, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, these people are human too."
It's nice to see, like, when you're at that level and you have, 20,000 people watching your stream, it doesn't hurt when, like, 7,000 are like, I can't handle this small internet speed. But when it's you and me, we have, like, 7 viewers, and half of them are like, this fucking sucks, and they quit viewing.
This blows.
It hurts.
Yeah, I know. Like, I think about what it could be one day,
Yeah.
all the time. And maybe one day we'll get there. Yeah, I'm definitely with you. And I see how people get burned out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, I keep coming across, like, the weirdest YouTubes and stuff. Like, I have a guy that... We didn't even get into this, really. I want to know what you think about this.
What do you got?
There's a guy that I was watching. I think his channel is called The Beat 'em Ups.
Okay.
And all he does is, like, Nintendo Switch stuff. Like, he's a huge Nintendo person, right?
Yeah.
And he was, like, a Nintendo ambassador or something. And just one day, he got a letter from him saying, "We're no longer going to send you review codes. We're taking you out of the program because we just don't think your channel is what we want anymore."
Ouch.
And he was like, when you look in his room, like behind the camera, the wall is red from how many Switch games are back there with the spines showing. I mean,
Oh my
he's
God.
literally the most Nintendo man alive, and they kicked him out.
That sucks.
And so that's, I mean, I don't think he was getting paid. He was just getting stuff to make his channel better, right?
Yeah.
But, like, then it becomes like, are you good for the brand that's working with you,
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a whole other portion that feels weird, because it's like, he's the most Nintendo dude I've ever seen, and I would feel like he doesn't need to change anything to be so Nintendo.
That's why you and I remain not sponsored, just passionate. Like,
Exactly.
the pressure, the added pressure
dude.
that, like, having advertisers would add to this, like...
If Dr. Pepper sponsored us and I said, "I'm going to go on a diet, so I'm going to drink less," and I said, "Then fuck you, we're pulling out because you should drink it only," I would
You're not
die.
pepper enough for us anymore.
Oh, I'd die inside,
Yeah.
Or if SteelSeries heard us talking about the heavies and was like, "Oh, we're not good enough for you now?"
Yes.
It's like those little things that would kill me.
Yeah.
That stay unmonetized. Well, not unmonetized,
Not monetized.
but-
Let's not get out of
but-
hand.
stay sponsor free, children.
Yeah.
Just be you.
I mean, but for the people that can get sponsors and make it work, more power to them.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a sponsor.
I wouldn't
Sponsors.
say no, honestly, but
So I think the closest we got, remember, we had a group that would send us products to try out and review for a while there.
yeah. And then they just, like, slowly faded into the background and stopped sending us things.
Then we were going to get into the shirt thing for a while there.
That was a scam. That was an
Like-
Instagram scam.
Like, you guys don't know. There's a lot that happens in the background of this stuff.
Yeah, there's a
You
lot
know?
of scam artists that will be like, "Do you want more listens on your podcasts?"
Oh, well,
We can
they
get
see
that
those
for you.
every time we post anything. Want to be famous?
What the famous?
Get 90 downloads a second
God.
by giving me $1 million.
Or just
It's like, oh,
getting
thanks.
us to have a bunch of bots come download your podcast. Like, yeah, that's good for listens.
Yeah, I know. I hated that one.
There's a whole racket about getting more listens on your podcast, and, like, it's not about the number of listens for me. It's about, like, the quality of listener, I guess. Like, the people that we can reach on a person-to-person level,
Yeah.
that's kind of why I'm still trying to be a content creator. I don't want 1 million listens. I want, like, 30 people who really, really like the show.
Who were like, whoa, yeah. It
Yeah.
reached like those 30 people.
Yeah, that's all I really care about, to be honest.
I mean, that's why we legit love you guys in the Patreon. Like, all the secret Discord stuff, like, we live for that shit.
we say it every episode, and I never feel like we're getting it across how much we appreciate you guys, because I can't put it into words.
I know. I keep going like, we have to give them presents. They
I
need
know.
something to
we
know.
need to give them something.
like the whole idea of content creator stuff being as big as it is, it's surprising how little people think about what it is. Because I think about it a lot now that we do it.
Yeah.
I told you about the time I saw the guy put like 100 bags of ice in his pool and then jump in it, right?
No.
Okay, like this is what content creation is. And like I watched this and thought about this all in the aftermath, right?
Okay.
A guy bought like 125 bags of ice.
That's so many.
And so ice is, let's say, $1.50 a bag,
Sure.
right? Let's say $2 to make it easy, right?
Yeah.
And let's say he just bought 100 bags of ice. He spent $200 on ice alone, right?
Yes.
He drops $200 on ice, pours it in his pool, which, by the way, his pool overlooked like a vista. Like this person was clearly richer than rich, right?
Of course.
So $200 on bags of ice is nothing.
A drop in the ocean.
And then he was jumping in and pushing people into the pool, and guess what? It was cold.
Well, imagine that.
And we all laughed, right? Well, being a monetized video that had like 1 million views in like 2 days, I told you how like the algorithm works with it, right? On every 1,000 views, you get $7.
Oh my god.
So 1 million views divided by 1,000, they're going to get paid $7 on 1,000 times. So they got paid just on 2 days worth of stuff, $7,000. And he spent $200.
Yeah.
And that was literally pouring ice into a pool.
I just don't get it.
Like the things that we're willing to consume and pay for is at the weirdest level humanity's ever had.
I know.
But I mean, more power to you if you find what people want.
I guess,
You know?
yeah. There's a market for everything, isn't there?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, all this just to say, like, if you're a content creator out there, we fucking see you. We see your hustle. We love what you do. I want...
We appreciate the work you put in.
Yeah, everybody
Trust
out
us.
there who's ever tried to make something on the internet, for money or not, like, I see you.
Yeah, I see you. I believe in you. You wanna put this cat to bed?
Yes.
He is snuggled in my lap, like passed out right now.
Sweet baby.
My sweet boy.
Along all those lines, of course, I'm going to ask you to please tell your friends about us and help us grow this audience, because it's all we can ask every single time. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite platform, because that actually does something in the background. Like, that's a thing that happens with stats. And, like, the more you subscribe, the more other people get our podcast promoted to them. So if you subscribe, you will never, ever miss an episode. We release weekly every single Monday. Every Monday, we are there for you. And if you have a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, that is one more way that you can get our name out there to other people in this world.
And don't forget, you can also find us and friend us on all those social medias. We are
Which is also a full-time job.
Ah, dude, for real. Like, social media integration is so integral to all that shit.
Yeah.
And frankly, we could be better.
Yeah.
And I do understand that. And I know I am the problem for some of it.
It's so
But
hard.
still.
It's so much effort in it.
I appreciate all that Kelsey does with that. Like, I do TikTok a little bit. I at least put some stuff there. But, like, I remember trying to, like, actively get on trends and, like, do some of the stuff sometimes.
Yeah. When we were first starting out, I was, like, searching hashtags and, like, creating auto tweets. And I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm not going to do this
Dude,
anymore.
I felt so stupid on some of them, though.
Yeah.
I was
same.
like, I don't want to do that. But, I mean, you can go out there and find them, like all the things we put out there. YMBTOAP, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We get on Twitch once a month, play a fun game. We really love doing the Twitch one because you get that interaction kind of like in real time.
Yeah, it's
which
really
is a
fun.
lot more fun than seeing a heart or a thumbs up show up somewhere, you know?
Yeah, but those hearts and thumbs up, again, those do
Oh,
a lot for us.
They mean a lot. And again, you don't understand, all you patrons, we want to thank you so much. We appreciate you more than you understand.
Both of us
Okay?
are gripping your face right now. We're just holding it real close.
And
We're
then just
looking
a
into your eyes.
Tiny little kiss on the forehead. Mwah. And don't forget that lovely YMBTOAP@gmail.com email. Send us a topic suggestion. What your favorite content creator is. Maybe something you know about inside the process if you're a content creator right now and there's a struggle you have and you just want to spill it to somebody. We don't have to read it out. You can just share your troubles with us. We'll probably share ours right back with you.
If you want to vent anonymously and you want everyone to hear it, but you don't want your name attached to it, we can do that too.
Of course. So really, send that listener mail. We do love the listener mails. They are so much fun. And sometimes they prompt a whole episode's worth of discussion. So you never know what your voice and your idea can create.
Yes. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. One of those content creators out there. Go give him a heart and a thumbs up and a like and a kiss. Check him out on YouTube. As always, thank you so much for listening from the bottom of our fucking hearts. And tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Will we ever burn out?
No.
Never.
No, we cannot.
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
Full of outpouring. Sorry. Tenzin's biting me.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. God damn it.
Tenzin, what's happening? Your daddy kept you, Tenzin.
I tried to love you. He's like biting my Achilles heel.
Ow, baby, don't do that.
This is the worst. I jingle me. It's fine. We're good. We're good. I'm like petting him with my foot, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck that up. God. So anyway,